Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to episode 5 of my Minecraft Skyblock Let's Play on my very own server, RainyDay.gg. If you'd like to play this server along with me, you can on both Java and Bedrock Minecraft. It's completely free to join. All you have to do is figure out how to join servers, which is very, very simple, especially on Java. And then on a console, it's a little more complicated, but just look up how to join a server on whatever device you're on. And then the information you need to join the server, like the IP address and the port, is all down there in the description and in the top pinned comment down below. So I'd love to see you on here, and if you want to visit my island at any point, just visit the NeoCubist, just like this, and it will take you here looking at that exact block, which I kind of want to modify it to be a little bit more dramatic, just in case people don't look up. So I'm going to try to aim right at the vertice of those two blocks, and we'll do is set home. So now whenever you IS go here, you will spawn looking up at the evil corporate building. So what have I done between this episode and last? Well, I did forget to vote, so I'm going to go vote right now, because if you vote, you help the server get more players, but we also pay you in cloud coins. You can get 2,000 cloud coins per month, and those are premium currency. You usually have to buy with money, but you get those all for free just by voting. So very, very cool, very cash money of us. So I'm going to go vote real quick. So you don't even have to really be logged into the server to do those votes. Like whenever you log in, you'll just have those votes stored up. And one of them takes 15 seconds to submit, but we will have the rest of them right here. So we'll go ahead and look at our rewards. You do get to spin the spinner, which is great. You can get some decent stuff from this, like Durable 3. That's actually an insane reward. Yeah, that's an insane reward. I'm not going to sell it because I really want it. What that does is make your tool like ultra durable. Like iron tools will become like over what base diamond is. It's incredible. So item offers, it's Durable 3. I'm very curious to see what people will offer me, but I'm sure this is worth around like $50,000 to $100,000. No way. No way. I got it from a vote spin. That's crazy. Yo, GG. Thank you, We Diego 04. 20K? Nah, 20K is crazy. Insane vote spin reward. It is worth at least 50K. I am going to stand by that. So for me, mining, this will be the best thing in the world. And all you have to do to put this custom enchant on is just combine it. And now we have Durable 3, and I believe we just did a mission because it was add a, I'll pay 50K, 60K? Yeah. Does nobody else have it? I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it, dude. No one else has it, bro. Everybody wants that because it makes your iron tools like so much more durable. It's kind of hard to like show you on a video, but if you get it on your tool, you will immediately understand. It makes it so much longer lasting, like an insane amount. I've got like 3 of them. No way. Still don't have Durable 3, but only have 30K right now. I mean, I really can't show you. I can sit here and mine like all day. Not all day, but you can mine for a long, long time. We got 800 chickens here. I have not collected my sprites. That's 3,000 sky dust for us. I'll take that, and that's $2,000. Now, a little trick I think is cool. Well, I guess, so what I like to do is change it to sky dust, and then I'll upgrade it with my money. Because if it's set to money, whenever you upgrade it, it costs sky dust. So, I mean, it's like kind of better to upgrade it if you have more money, if you switch it to sky dust, if it's a universal sprite. So we'll just right click on it. We'll just click this. I don't really understand what they do. This one increases the amount it makes in 24 hours. This one like is how fast it does that amount. And it looks like this is kind of like maxed out. So we'll just like max it out. It did not cost that much money at all. Cool. Okay, so now this thing will make, well, it would make 3,000 sky dust now. How much money is it going to make? So it's going to make 10,000 a day. And I don't know how fast it makes it, but it makes it pretty quick. And then we can do the same for this guy. And we're actually just want to keep it as sky dust because I just want sky dust. So already maxed out. And so now we have a bunch of money and a bunch of sky dust. I'm excited to move into the house today. That was my whole plan. I wanted to show you guys what I did between this episode and last. I got a lot of pet coins. You can see on the side of the screen, I have 9,000. How did I get that? Well, I have a full set of dungeoneering armor. If you don't understand armor, just do /clash. And basically, you just craft the armor You can just click /clash, click recipes, armor bases. And I like the mystic base because this is a pretty easy recipe. This is a pretty easy recipe. This one is super easy. You just get a bunch of wood. And where do you get the wood? Well, you go to warp clash and you break these trees. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how do you get so much wood so quickly? Oh my goodness. How do you get so much wood so quickly? You can see the dragon fights happening right now. That's where you get like the scales that I put on here, so the dungeoneering scales. But all you have to do is just break these. And I'm getting 9 every single time because I have a full set of dungeoneering. So I've been selling a lot of pyres. That's where most of my money came from. I'm actually going to keep that for when we do dungeon runs. It's kind of nice to have a little bit of iron armor. But yeah, every time I pick up a pet coin, I get 9 of them. Now, you heard that right. I literally get 9 pet coins every single time I pick them up. I did this for like an hour and a half when I woke up this morning. And if you do /pet coin top, just to see who has the most in the server, I am number 5. Look at that. Number 5. The number 1 player is 81,000. I think they've just been picking up a lot of pet coins. We get 9 every single time. Now, imagine if you had an entire armor filled with white scales, white dungeoneering scales. You would pick up around like 30 pet coins every time. Something like that. But you can see how quickly they go up because we're getting 9 every time. But yeah, come to Warp Clash, guys. Get yourself some pet coins. Now, I wanted to spend these on camera. That's why I saved up so many. I wanted to buy a bunch of hatch packs. I wanted to buy some more hatch slots because currently if we do /hatch, we can only hatch 2 pet eggs at a time. Seems like it'd be kind of nice if we could pet coins picked up. See, I've only picked up this many pet coins in total, right? It counts like 9 when you pick up 1. But in total, this person is the highest. What is going on? Oh, medication or my... Oh, I got to take my beta blocker, so I'll go take that in a second. 1 hatch slot. Yeah, I'll buy that for sure. I will... Oh, he only has 1 right now. Well, now look, when I do /hatch, I have 3 slots. Let's go to warp P2, see what this graph has. Oh, and they just reset. Oh, he has 1 as well. Thank you, sir. And now you can see we have 4. And then we're going to do warp P3 and see what this graph has. He has also a hatch slot. Let's go, dude. We got super lucky. So now look, we have maxed out hatch slots, which is super cool. And the rest of them, I'm just going to buy some chrome hatch packs. These are like the most expensive. I'll buy some health packs just to kind of like, I don't know, be ready for some battles or whatever. Let's do warp P2 and see what hatch packs this graph has. Elite. Okay, we'll just buy the rest of these, I suppose. We don't actually have that much money left. I mean, to be fair, we spent so much of it on our hatch slots. So let's see what we get. So the chrome is like the second best. So I may want to actually like slow open this one just to see what we get. Like opening a pack of Pokemon cards. Okay, so we got an uncommon, which is 1 up from the bottom. The rest of these I'm just gonna click through quickly. See, that one we actually got a rare one, which is nice. None of these are necessarily bad. So we're gonna do /hatch, except like the commons you could argue are bad. Let me actually see what's in my PV1. Do I have? Okay, just some more uncommons. Either way, it's enough to fill up our hatch slots, and these only take like 30 minutes to hatch. I think these take 15 minutes, right? So you can hatch them pretty quickly. Okay, so I got through the pet coins. We did voting. We should have 1 more vote spin, right? The other one that takes so long. We got a helmet. Okay, I like that. I like that helmet. Thank you. It's it's decent. Not the best, but it's decent. I was scouring auction house. I did see people were selling books, like bookcases. Looks like they got bought up because everyone wants their own enchantment table, right? So the problem is that in studies, you can get the leather. Obviously, it's not that difficult. You got to get to rabbits, and then you can make leather out of those. But you can also make cow spawners, I believe, with is it spruce wood? Yes, or sorry, acacia. So you'll be able to make with 9 acacia special logs a cow spawner. Now these spawners are a little bit different than the ones right here that spawn them in a stack. They spawn them with like vanilla mechanics, so you can automatically kill them and sell their drops and stuff, but they don't count for any like study points. These ones spawn in a stack, and these ones are meant to be like actually hand grinded, if that makes sense. Okay, on to the building. Enough yapping. So what do we do inside of this? Well, I kind of want the lobby to be in here, right? With some like nice grand like dual staircases going up to the top. But I don't know exactly how the pattern's going to go. I don't know what materials we're going to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with like just some quartz. I'm not going to use this for the stairs. Well, actually, we might use it for the stairs. No, I'm curious. How can we get up to the top? Yeah, it's just like... I'd almost rather the area be a little bit bigger that the platform leads up to. So if you think about it, right? If these are all stair blocks, you don't have as much room. It's like ideally, I mean, it does go through the windows kind of nicely, right? It does go through the windows. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just it'll make sense in a minute. I'm trying to make a staircase, right, that goes up to the top. Because obviously, like, we're gonna want, like, oh no. I don't know, man. We want a lobby, okay? Is this an actual evil corporate building? No, but we still need a lobby. And a place we could just run into real quickly. Check on things, you know, like maybe we want to check on our stock portfolio. And we ask the receptionist, hey, how is our stock portfolio doing at Neo Industries? And they'll be like, it's going up, sir. Your pet coins are increasing massively. You made a good choice in this market. Thank you. And I'll be like, thank you. Okay, so what do we want to do with the stairs? What do we have in our Sky Depot today? We have ice, which is cool. I mean, we got resin. I don't know if we really need that. We don't really need resin. Let's do one refresh and see what we get. Because we got the 700 cloud coins from voting, so we might as well. We got glass stone. I honestly kind of want to buy a little bit more of these. These are really beautiful. And the dark prism, 8,500 a pop. Well, yeah, because it looks so good. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I could build stairs out of that I would kind of like to build stairs out of. So we're kind of rolling through it. No, I don't think there's anything in that one. Acacia wood. No, sir. I'm good on that. Anything I want to buy out of here? Not really. I mean, I'll buy some black concrete because you could probably do some like decent stuff with it, but obviously you can't build stairs out of it. So I do actually think buying some packed ice is a good call because we're going to need to do one of these missions that's going to involve that. These frog lights might be kind of cool. Oh, okay. They're 7,500 a piece. We got to chill on that. I don't think we have enough money to buy anything at this point. We just used all of it. Okay, one more refresh. That's all we have. Some ice, some birchwood, sponges. Oh, great. Okay. So nothing I really need, but I did get some decently cool building materials. We'll put these in our PV. Put these in our PV5. That's where we're going to start putting building materials. How many PVs do we have? 6, 7. And again, this is with like this is with rain rank, which is like the second lowest rank, right? No, this is like the middle rank. So it's a really good rank, and you could buy 7-day temporary ranks on the auction house. But I said that in the previous videos, and they're all like bought out now. But it's a really good idea. You can get them for like a decent price, and then you get a week of being this rank, and or you could just literally vote. You get 2,000 cloud coins every 25 days. And you could buy it. I don't know the exact cost. I can't really see it now because I already have it. I guess it says 33,200. So you could vote for 2 months and get it for free. But I also want to check out my cloud pass. That's one thing I really haven't gone through very well. We did claim this one. We claimed this one. Okay, we get to claim this, this, and earn 2 more XP. Okay. But to be fair, we haven't done that much grinding, right? The majority of what we've done has been other stuff. How would oak wood look in here? Actually, I think in this instance alone, it kind of makes sense that the stairs would be made out of quartz, no? Like, hear me out, right? I feel like this is an appropriate use of floor and stair material being the same. Now, some of you are thinking, like, what, dude, what are you talking about? Like, I've never heard of someone complaining because the same material was used for this or for that. You're probably right. In most cases, I think you're 100% correct, but I'm a very particular... Why is this breaking so fast? I guess efficiency 5 lets you insta-break that stuff. Oh, no. What did I just do? Oh, okay, these are just regular ones. Okay, we don't have to worry. I suppose it lets you insta-break this stuff. I need to go take my medicine. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I've taken my medicine and stuff, and I am back. Dude, I still... health in the United States is an absolute scam, dude. So, I went to the emergency room, right? Because my heart was like... I don't know, I thought I was going to die, right? So, what am I supposed to do? Just, like, not go to the emergency room? I think I'm, like, dying, literally? I guess so, because then I wouldn't have to pay this bill. But anyway, so my bill, at least for the first ER, was... I think it's like $1,200 after insurance. Because apparently insurance will... this doesn't even work anyways, because I need to get up like right there. Yeah. Huh. I guess I guess I could have like a flat spot in the staircase like around here. Right? With the floor materials made of quartz, so I'll do that. We'll make it look pretty. But it's like $1,200. Like, geez, dude. I just shouldn't have gone at that point. But, you know, if you think you're dying, I think it's like a normal response to kind of freak out a little bit and maybe go to the emergency room, right? Or just, you know, die. It's like, what? Why are those my two options, man? What does it make any sense to me? I don't know. I'm just a dude, right? Like, I'm just a dude being a dude. Oh, can I not? Wait. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because otherwise it might look a little bit weird with like the stone brick. Okay. So it won't be a two-sided staircase, but alas, it's okay. If this is going to be the case, then I think we can make our staircase a little bit better. In terms of like... Yeah, I mean... see, what I'm thinking in my head is that if we have a bigger like landing area, it'll feel better, right? So like if we have like maybe this big of an area before the staircase, it feels a little better. I don't know, dude. I don't really think at the end of the day oh no, is there a way I can fix that? Like, can I make those stairs not connect? That would be great. That would be great. Normally I think it's so cool that you guys connect, but okay. Okay. Nope. That's a negatory Ghost Rider. Can't do it there. Okay. What if we do a slab staircase, right? Everyone loves a nice slab staircase. Does it take a little bit longer to get up to your floor? Just a little bit. And some of the windows might need to be covered, but let's do that instead. But yeah, I actually went to one ER, and I was not convinced that they got it correct. I was like, bro, there's no way this is normal, because my heart was beating in what's called bigeminy, which means it's beating twice every time it should beat once. And so I went to like a heart hospital ER, and then they told me I was fine, so I was convinced. Okay, I'm fine. So I'll have 2 emergency room bills from the same day. So my insurance copay, right, or what I have to pay every time I go to the ER, a set fee is $950. Now that $950 doesn't go towards my deductible. What is a deductible? It's basically money that you give to the insurance company before they will help you with any of your costs. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. What are you paying what am I paying for with the insurance? Like, I don't understand, right? Like, I get like the financial principles behind it, but I've never been a believer that healthcare should be like a for-profit business. That doesn't make sense to me. You know, like I'm pretty capitalistic, right? Like I think capitalism is great to a degree. Everything has its limits, of course. But what I can't fathom is why healthcare, of all things, would be a business. Nor did I understand that in education, right? So like college, for instance. I was always so flabbergasted. Like, why is my college so expensive? Like, I mean, I kind of feel like I'm learning, right? But what in the world? Why is it? And I feel like these are not even at this point. These aren't even like political beliefs. I don't want to be political on a Minecraft YouTube channel, but I feel like this, like what I'm talking about, is beyond politics, right? Like being able to not be ruined financially because you are, and I'm not saying I will be okay, right? But most people, they would not be able to afford a cost like that. I will be fine. Don't worry about me. I'm not like trying to get something out of you. I'm just saying that for most people, they would not be able to afford something like that. Wait, why don't we just do that? Yeah, let's just do that. So people will be oftentimes so scared, they won't even go to the emergency room, dude. Some people die because they don't want to like pay the bill. It's like, what? How could that? Like, if you ever think about that, bro, that just, it'll get you thinking. It'll get you thinking, but you know, hopefully in time it'll change. We'll see, man. I don't know. It's been like that my whole life and most people's whole lives. So, what's gonna make it change now? Hopefully something. Okay, so some of these we're just gonna have to fill in. Is that like my preferred thing here? No, but how else are we gonna block the staircase? Sorry for going off on a tangent about insurance. I just think it's health insurance in particular. Car insurance, I get it, right? Like, car is a luxury. You know, you get a cheap car, your insurance is usually pretty cheap. Yeah, no complaints there, right? But if it's for your health, I mean, come on, man. Like, there's got to be a hybridized system, right? Where there is some private health insurance, but there's also like completely public health insurance. You ask people in the UK, they don't think their health insurance, or they don't think their health system is great, but at least it doesn't bankrupt them. So, I don't know. Food for thought for sure. Okay, so this appears to me like we now have a lobby, but also at the same time, how are we going to get between levels? Like, I mean, realistically, like, how are we going to get between levels? Is there kelp in the shop? Can I just do like a water elevator? I mean, no, it doesn't appear that there's just kelp. And even if there is, we'd have to build one for every single one. So I think we're going to have a corporate ladder. I think that's what I know you think, oh, Neo, you're trying to be a funny guy now, eh? No, I'm not trying to be a funny guy at all. I'm just saying I think we need a corporate ladder. This is a corporation after all, and maybe you need to waste your life away trying to climb it, or just however long it takes to climb it, which shouldn't be too intensive. We have the ability to fly, right? So it's not a huge concern for me climbing the corporate ladder. No. But for you, oh yeah, huge concern. So we'll have the corporate ladder. This is too good, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep saying that just because it's funny. Okay, I think it's funny. That's all that matters, right? If I think it's funny, not if you think it's funny, because you're not here with me, so it's making me laugh, right? This we're gonna want to close up in all of the corners. So let me grab these and these. We'll kind of do it going up. Okay, and there's going to be a bunch of these, but rest assured, I will handle them quickly and swiftly. Holes in the corporate ladder are not good. We need people to grind and climb and take their whole life to climb them. That way I can make a bunch of money. That is my goal as a corporation. Corporation. I'm not saying all corporations are bad. There's plenty of good corporations out there. But you get to a point, man, where it's you just got to ask yourself, like, what am I doing? You got to ask yourself. Like, what am I doing? So some of these we might not be able to close off super well, just because, remember, we had to like modify these. Oh yeah, it's these two. So then we had to like modify their positioning because they were like, you know, inside the windows, and that was not great. Okay, that's the top. We can't go any higher, dude. There's no ladder to get there. That's a me exclusive zone. Okay, there's no ladder for that. That's going to be an island warp that no one has access to. That's going to be the executive floor. This is going to be the executive floor. No. You can't just... Bro, what, you think you can get up? No. So we're going to do /is set warp executive. So I'm going to do warp... you do /is warp. And I only have one, so it'll just pop up. And now we're in the executive floor. So let's go back to our island. Well, back to the bottom. We can't reach the executive floor quite yet. No. We got to keep climbing up the ladder. You must work here, too, so that you can have health insurance, because otherwise you can't afford it, right? So health insurance for... I'll be pretty transparent with finances, okay? So I feel like this isn't like a distasteful thing to say. So for me, Lauren, and my child, it will be around $1,400 to $1,500 per month for health insurance, because I don't have a regular employer, right? Not saying this to get pity, just being realistic with you about the costs if you don't work for somebody who pays your health insurance. Your employer paying your health insurance is oftentimes, it's a lot of money that they are not losing, but let's say you're paid $60,000 a year. Well, they may end up paying like around $20,000 to $25,000 a year for your health insurance. So the cost of an employee is a lot higher than just your salary for sure. But yeah, I can afford it. It's just not a comfortable expense, put it that way. But a necessary one. You know, I'd like my child to be able to go to the doctor, and I'd like to be able to, well, I guess go to the emergency room. It isn't covered. So if you're dying, it's not covered. How does that make sense? What? It is what it is, man. Okay. So I need some glass, and I'm going to make a nice glass, like, I don't know really what it would be called. Like a glass, like, safety rail, I suppose. Is there any dyes in my Sky Depot? There was, like, some black dye that would have been perfect. Blue ice. We'll try a little bit of that blue ice and see if maybe it looks good. Maybe I should have just made a little less, because if it doesn't look good, we ain't using it. This is the Neocubus Corporation, right? And we do like blue around here. Sure. I think that looks just fine to me. Okay. So now we have no way to fall, supposedly, unless you go down the ladder. But you can't fall down the ladder, okay? You slowly go down it. And we need a receptionist desk. Now, what material would we make a reception desk out of? Also, a corporation this big, dude, I don't think it needs doors like that. I think it needs like an open entrance. You know what I mean? Like we are a large corporation. I feel like this is kind of like this is the entrance, right? Maybe not like that. I think like this was fine. Okay, so this is the entrance to our corporate building. How are we gonna do this? Like, what material would make... I mean, the floor and the receptionist desk can obviously not be made of the same material. That makes no sense. Sandstone looks a little weird. Mud would look a little weird, but they don't really have a lot of choice. I think we're gonna use stone. Could need a little bit of stone for sure. Okay, so we'll make like stone stairs, stone slabs, and then we'll obviously have like full stone blocks. And we'll work with these. Okay, we'll work with these. I think we could build something decent here. Okay, so you walk in, and there's gonna be obviously like a maybe over here, right? See, I feel like it's too close to the material of the rest of the build. So there's going to be a nice, like, big reception desk, I guess. I don't know, dude. We are going to need some chairs behind it, of course, and probably some oak wood, which I believe is in here. Here? Yeah, it's in here. Okay. I think I'll put up a little bit of glass. I don't know if that's the correct spot, but it is now the correct spot, if it wasn't before. And I'm old school, right? I like to use signs like this for your average chair. Okay. I'm just going to build a bunch. We probably don't need that many. I mean, I know we don't need that many, but a decent bit. Okay. So there's going to be one receptionist, two, three. Three receptionists. Is that too many? I don't know. Also, I don't want to label them. We'll do this. These aren't very, like, high-tech chairs. They're kind of a little bit basic. So this is the reception desk. Maybe they have file cabinets back here. I don't know exactly how a file cabinet in Minecraft would look. If I had the new update installed, I could build. I think it looks kind of like a filing cabinet, to be honest with you. It's just a little low-tech. And these will be their computer screens, okay? I hesitate to build them out of any other material, but this will be their computer screen. So it needs to be very sterile, right? We don't want people to feel like we're friendly when you come in. No, we don't want them to feel like, oh yeah, we care about you. We appreciate your business. No, dude, we want your money. Okay. So you walk in here, you're grilled. Also, I'm pretty sure that fancy offices oftentimes have, I think we're just going to remove this one. Fancy offices oftentimes have these like gates you go in because you can't just walk into the corporation, dude. Like, come on, man. And they're like these like big. They're not that big, but I think we need something like this. And they're like almost like turnstile gates. You know what I'm talking about? Like you can't just walk in. Now, obviously, I don't think we can do the exact same thing in Minecraft because, well, dude, we're playing Minecraft, okay? There's got to be a limit to our creativity, unfortunately. Now, we could have, I'm sure, add a corporate mod that would change such, but we don't have that. So we'll do something like this, okay? So these are like you have to get in. Obviously, you could walk over. Okay, I'm not saying you can't do that, but we need something different for computer screens. Is there anything in here? Any other dye we could get? I mean, not really. I guess we could try to bone meal like grass and see if we get a flower. But then what? We're going to get red? I just don't want to use blue interchangeably. You know what? Maybe we use blue for this, right? And I know it looks a little weird because it's offset. I mean, what do you want me to do? Okay, so those are little like computer screens. These chairs need to be pushed one block up as well. Make them feel like they're actually sitting there helping you. Okay. This will be their computer. Yes, they're helping you. We don't have any wool, so we can't put carpet down. It doesn't look right. I guess they need to be back a little bit. I know, I'm indecisive. It is what it is. I'm trying to think what else would like a reception have. Okay, so you can get into the corporation. Now you're in like the lobby with the elevator floor. I'm not exactly sure what to put here, but the second floor, this is where I want my cobblestone generator. This is gonna be our main money maker. Now, how do we build a corporate cobblestone generator? Well, there's a few ways to do it, but we're gonna do it out of oak wood because that's just the best way to do it, in my opinion. I hesitate to give them flowers. I did not mean to activate my ability, but we did, so it is what it is. I hesitate to give them flowers. I think that might bring too much happiness. And then they'll realize they're trapped in my corporation. But they look so nice, dude. A little flower, like, you know what I mean? Like right in the lobby. You know what I mean? Like over here, even. Who's gonna be upset about some flowers inside of our corporation? This makes you forget what a lifeless building truly is. Sure. So now there's some bushes. So that you don't remember the feelings you get every time you go in the building. Okay. We have some flowers down. Now, like I said, all of this needs to be built out of basically cobblestone. I really like the system that I have. Also, maybe we should put it on the second floor because I kind of want to have a big like storage area for it. Yeah, I think actually we kind of do want to build it on this floor. So we'll put the crafting table down. The start of something great. Now, again, this is not the most efficient cobblestone generator, and I'm not claiming to have created such. But there is a few things like mechanical arm that I really want to try for. I kind of want like a double-sided one with two in the middle. Now, what am I talking about? You'll see in a second here. So lava is going to be not on these. Right, so stairs will be right here and right here. Okay. And the lava will be here and here. And then it's going to be like blocked off here. Now, there's a few ways we can corporatize this. I know I keep saying that. It's just kind of funny. There's a few ways we could corporatize this, right? We can make it more fancy. And I think a lot of that is just going to be trapdoors. So you can block like flows of water and lava, obviously, with trapdoors. That'll be a lot easier for us. God, there's so many floors. There's so many steps to the corporate ladder, dude. I can't. It's just too much. It's just too much. I want these to feel separate. Again, I wish I had other materials to build with, but it is what it is. We can upgrade things as we get new materials, right? It's not like we're locked in for life. Okay. Okay, and I need trapdoors. How many can I get with this? 2 stacks? That'll probably be enough. I say probably, but yeah, I think it should be enough. Also, do we have IS upgrade? What does the next origin cost? 25k. Okay. Island warps cost 1,000 sky dust. Okay. So this is obviously going to be like our mine floor. So we'll do IS set warp mine. Okay. Now everywhere I was going to put big blocks, I will now put these smaller blocks. they're not blocks, but this is just going to block the water, for instance. I guess we don't want things there. So these are all gonna be filled with water. These are gonna be filled with lava. We'd obviously like, maybe we can have some of these things we're gonna have to put down as blocks, and then we can figure out a better alternative later. You'll see what I'm saying. I know I'm yapping a lot, but you will see what I'm saying in just a second. I'm gonna put these here and these here. Only temporary, because these are going to stop the lava from flowing outwards, so we don't even need these here. And then eventually the blocks below it we'll replace with trapdoors as well. Okay. Now obviously these are going to be a trapdoor and a trapdoor. And this can be a trapdoor as well. Okay. I know this seems crazy, and you're probably thinking, Neo, what are you building? I'm building a cobblestone generator for the corporate world. One that is hyper efficient. And we're gonna do /shop, and do we have enough inventory space? Not really, so we'll go in our PV5 and we'll do we'll go in our PV5. We will organize. I swear to God, I'm not just like bluffing. We will organize, I promise. Lanterns seems like a weird, you know, this will also try to mask our corporate life. This makes things seem a little bit more friendly if there's some lanterns in here, but in reality these are not friendly lanterns. No. If we turn off night vision, and apparently this reapplied, I think because it was on my operator account, which is always logged in on another client, and so whichever one's last open, it like applies those resource packs. So it is night. It is it is a little bit dark in here, admittedly. Do we have any these slabs? I'm gonna turn on night vision and forget that, you know, at night maybe we want people to be scared. Maybe that means they won't break in and steal our corporate money. I'm going to buy so many buckets of water. Do we need this many? Maybe not, but also, dude, they're so cheap. I don't even care. I don't even care. Okay, so we didn't buy too many. Just like, you know, maybe a couple too many. Now's the fun part. We get to buy buckets of lava. Very spooky stuff indeed. I'm hoping that this ore generator actually works. There's 3 blocks in front of it here, and I feel like it should have been like that. It doesn't really matter. I guess couldn't we just literally like move it over one or make it 1 block longer? I mean, yeah. Let's in fact do that. I feel like that would be better anyways. See? Water pours out without the trapdoors. You need them. You need them. Okay. And now we can put this here. Gotta say, I am happy to move into here. It's been sad living on that little like plank basically for the longest time, and now we get to live in a life of luxury. Honestly, I think it's just better if it's this long in general, so maybe I kind of made a little bit of a mistake, but not really. How many buckets of lava do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so we need 14 buckets of lava. Okay. Assuming this thing works, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on how these things work, so this should just work. Yes, of course it works. Gotta be confident in myself. That's the key to life, dude. You gotta be confident. That way they don't question you. Yes, I know how to operate this nuclear power plant console. I know exactly what I'm doing. Don't question me. Don't question me. So is this any more efficient? No, but I just like how these look. I think they're cool. Okay. Now obviously we need to like collect these materials. So I'm gonna break these blocks right here, and we're gonna start utilizing hoppers. If I could buy a hopper on the auction house, you know, like something that wasn't people to sell to special collectors that don't really want them. Obviously, I'm sure you could maybe find some super overpriced. No, everyone has bought out every single collector. We redid collectors this season, and they're so nice. Okay. How do I not have enough for that? I feel like I should totally have enough for that. How do I... Okay, so we need slabs. And unfortunately, our storage room will probably be not close to the top, but maybe in the area with all the hoppers and whatnot. Okay, we need slabs. And then we're going into hoppers. We're going to need a lot of this. The only thing is that I'm not so sure. Buckets, you go into here. You can make an infinite bucket now. If you do /studies and you look in iron, there is now an infinite bucket. And you craft it with special iron. I've sold all my special iron because I realized we're adding this. But once you fill it with lava or water, it provides an endless supply of that liquid without ever running empty. So that just got added today. So that's pretty cool, I think. Let's see. How many chests is this going to end up being? Okay. And how many hoppers? Okay. And now the problem is we need more chests. I think you can buy them in the shop. No, I don't believe you can. Can you just buy wood? You cannot just buy wood. And we don't really have an area that grows wood, unfortunately. That's kind of a big oof on my part. I probably should have thought about that a little more here. Again, I mean, we have all these chests right here, but I'm kind of using them. I also don't know, what is our hopper limit at? Okay, we can do 5 right now. Maybe we can do 10 then, 25. Wow, this is getting very expensive and I cannot afford this next one. So we can use 50 hoppers. Maybe I shouldn't have made this many, but it's okay. And basically, like, my chests were filling up so fast. And I was getting sick and tired of it, man. I was getting sick and tired of it. For now, we'll just do like a tower of chests, but I recognize that we could do a little better. We'll just do a tower. Okay, wow, we really kind of messed up there. We don't have that many. Hopper going into the back of each of these, just like that. Okay, and then hopper going into this one and then over to this one. And then hopper going into this one and we'll go up, over. Okay, and then into here like this, and then just kind of move these over. Okay. So now all these hoppers will go down to those chests. That's fine. Do I want that? I really like the idea of an auto sell chest, but I don't know where to put it. Either way, this is really nice because now I can sit here, like right here, and all my drops just go straight into something. So I don't have to worry about losing anything, which is super cool. Dude, I mean, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Because I think I might be thinking what you're thinking, but I'm not so certain, and I don't want to say with a surety that I am certain as you are, but I'm going to grow trees inside of my house. That sounds crazy. This dude sounds crazy. Get this guy help. That doesn't sound right. Look, some things, they might not sound right, but they do work. So, let's go up here. Go up here. Where's a tall floor? Okay, well, it looks like all the tall floors are down there. Nope, our top floor. Our top floor could be a tree farm. Sure, why not? You guys are acting like I'm crazy for wanting to grow trees inside my house, but I mean, I think you might be crazy for not growing trees inside of your house, right? I think we could argue that. Sure. You know what? Sure. I was thinking like maybe we'll do a pattern, but I kind of just want like the maximum amount of trees. Now, I don't even know if these are going to grow. Yep, they'll grow. And hey, they probably won't become too big either. So I think this might confuse the board a little bit, the corporate board, but it's okay. Not really, I don't really care. I'm just here to get a little bit of wood so I can build some more chests. Because I don't want to try to move our chest storage room by breaking those chests and then trying desperately to pick them up and then being unable to. That doesn't sound like a fun time to me. Okay, and plus, this makes it really quick. I don't think... You know, honestly, I don't think I ever used my skill point in this. Instantly grow saplings, right click with an axe, instantly break. Okay, yeah, I want to go that way. I would rather just do the instant, honestly. Slaying, which was this a spawner? No. Okay. I don't know. I'll decide on that one later. But once I get to lumberjack, I'll be able to like instantly break these, which will be super cool. But for right now, at least we can't grow the big trees, which makes this so much simpler to do. And we can hopefully get enough to make our chest room. Now, fortune does work. That's why you want fortune on your axe. Fortune does work. So, like, right there, we got 2. Right there, we got 1. Right there, we got 3. So, fortune does work on logs on the server. So, it's not as big of a pain to get yourself a little bit of wood supply. Because it can definitely be, like, a little annoying. When you're playing Skyblock, you don't really want to worry about having to get a ton of wood really quick. Hey, look, we have a visitor. Probably checking out the new base. Yes, how do you like it, sir? I don't know. I can't tell, but I think the response is positive. I'm gonna imagine in my head that the response is indeed positive. Not sure how corporate this crafting table is, but it'll have to work, dude. It'll have to work. Okay, now we can craft just an abhorrent amount of chests. More than any man should ever need. And where do I want that? I hesitate to put my storage in the lobby, right? It seems a little weird. So maybe we'll do it in here. Is not good. Maybe in here. I think this will work. And we have so much space that I'm comfortable just kind of like doing like this. Normally, no, we're going to make them double, obviously. Normally I wouldn't do this because this is like not as efficient as doing them sideways. But dude, we have so much space that I feel like, I mean, I'm not going to have that many things in Skyblock, so should be fine. Okay, and the corporate ladder's right there, so we can't mess with that. So now we just connect up all of these. Do we have enough? We might have, like, exactly enough, actually. We're going to be, like, very close, aren't we? Oh, Lord. How close are we going to be? Okay, well, I'm glad that I got that much wood. We were pretty close. Okay. And then to make these look maximum good, I'm just going to put trapdoors around them because I've always really liked how those look. I don't know why. In my old tutorial builds, I used to always, like, put these trapdoors around chests. I'm going to close them in a second. Okay, we're not just going to leave them open. What do you think? I'm crazy, dude? Come on, man. Come on, man. You got to believe in the cubist. There we go. Then they look more like cabinets, or they just look a little bit more, like, compartmentalized, I suppose. I don't know. To each their own. Some people don't like doing that, but I've always really enjoyed it, so I've always done it. If they're just open in a space and you have the extra wood, because trapdoors can definitely be expensive. So this is not bad at all. I like this. Next step, I'll have to do it off camera, is I'm going to move all my stuff into here. I won't be able to make item frames just quite yet because I don't have leather, but maybe we can score some on the auction house. We got 20K. We might be able to score. Where did we get that money? I don't know. Actually, don't know. Someone might have paid me. I didn't notice. Okay, we can score some leather, actually. Yeah, I kind of want to just buy this. So I'm just going to buy it all out. It seems like a decent price, honestly. It really can't hurt to get. Do we need this much? No. I mean, we could make our own enchanted table, but that's not really my concern. My main concern... Oh, well, it's to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. No, but I think it would be a wise decision for me to make item frames so I can organize my stuff. Because otherwise, I just get confused, and that's never really good for anybody. So me sitting there going, where's my wood? Where's my wood? Where's my this? Where's my that? And I just open the chest like 50,000 times. So it's never good. Never good. Yeah, I get my heart monitor put on later today. Like, I'll leave in like around an hour to go get that put on. Honestly, I've had a really good day today. I've had like no PVCs at all, so pretty cool. I like the medication reminder. Using that because I've never had to take like a medication. If you stop this like metoprolol or whatever it is, metoprolol, I don't know. It's a beta blocker. If you stop it instantly, it can be bad for you. Something like that. It causes like rebound hypertension. Makes your blood pressure increase. Well, how this medicine works is it blocks adrenaline from attaching to receptors in your heart, which will increase your heart rate, which is a good thing, you know, when you're being chased by animals and such. Like, that's a really good response to have. That way your heart kind of preemptively starts beating faster. It's like, okay, we might be about to be chased by rabid dogs. Maybe our heart should beat faster to allow us to run quicker and not pass out. But for me, I haven't been chased by a lot of wild dogs, right? I don't know if I've ever been chased by a dog. Maybe a couple times as a kid. I don't think it was like a threatening kind of dog. It was just like a dog. That probably just had that dog. And I mean, how can you blame a dog, right? So can we make this look fancy? Like it's surrounded by like pipes. Like turn these into pipes. Sure. I mean, of course we can. We always can do that. This we might just put stairs here actually. There's like a pipe going down. Now if I had, oh yeah, I could do this. Yeah, see, that'll make it look cool. If we did it with iron trapdoors, it may look a little better, but we'll do that in a sec. If we even like want to. Not too concerned about that. How many saplings did we get? 7? That's it? In most servers, his items would have disappeared, but well, on RainyDay, dude. We try to stick very close to vanilla. At least in most aspects. Some things you have to change for a server because they won't work too well. But this seems to work really good. Ooh. How many trees can one man grow? Okay. Now, we needed this wood so that we can make more sticks. My flamingo pet leveled up to level 1. Oh, he must be a wood cutting pet that I just had to put on. Okay, what did we get for these? Just reminded me. That's a mining pet. That's an uncommon mining pet. That's a fishing pet. That's a wood cutting pet. Oh, that one's not done. It has 12 minutes. We'll hatch it for 10. 5 coins, sure. Slaying. Okay, so do we have an uncommon pet? No, we didn't. Not for mining. This is kind of a horrible one because it's only +1, but it is what it is. Now, I mean, you can have a lot of pets. Keep in mind also, you can unlock these for like pet coins, which you probably should have done. These ones are locked to like Underworld, and then this one I think is unlocked to Void. So you can buy that upgrade once you get to Void. Which, by the way, every so often will change. So in 16 days we'll be in Underworld. At 45 we'll be in Void. 45 days I should have a son by then, so you won't really see me play it. You might not even see me play Underworld. We'll just see. You never know how the world works. But like I said, I will be taking a large break when my son is born, because I think you don't ever get that time back with your family. And while I love you guys and I love my business, I just... what's the point, right? You do all of this for that, so that you can support a family. And there's something beautiful about that. So I think most of you that have kids out there, you completely understand. And I'm very fortunate to be able to even make the decision to take that time off. And that's because of you guys. And I'm very, very thankful for that. I don't take it for granted. And I hope you don't ever feel like I do. Because I don't. I truly don't. I guess I don't know why I did that. I guess because I wanted to make a crafting table. But I could have just made that the whole time. I wanted to put it in my storage room. I feel like we need one on every floor. We'll put one here. We're going to need a bunch of anvils in there as well. But right here, maybe somewhere in the middle, we can do what I call a crafting matrix. Okay. Like right here in the middle. This is going to be the crafting matrix. Okay, we don't need it to be that high. It'll be good. That way we always have access to a crafting table. We may replace a few of these with like furnaces or something. And now I need to make item frames, which will be right here. There we go. 33. Looks like our limiting factor was the sticks. We'll make 55. Will this be enough? Probably. I would hope so. 55 seems like a lot. And we could always sell them on auction house too if we don't use all of them. Or just keep them. You can always have an item frame of item frame. I always thought was a funny thing. Only you could put something in the item frame Yeah, so we made a few too many, but I'm not too concerned about it. So I think right here, I want this just to be a wood chest. So everything like wood related. Then right above it, we can have like an alive chest. So anything that's alive, you know, you could even put like some food in there. Above that, maybe like for some iron, important materials. Now the rest of this, I think is going to need to just be these raw materials that we're getting. Andesite, we'll need one for cobblestone, etc., etc. I am going to start organizing. I don't think this is something you're going to want to watch. In fact, I know it's not. So let me get this done. And then I will be back in just a bit, okay? Sounds good. Okay, actually, now that I think about it, I think this is something you guys might want to see. This is definitely a strategy, right? So, first of all, we don't need this anymore. This is kind of I don't know. This is just kind of a long gone thing. I mean, we've had this for so long, dude. Always sad to see him go away, but it's not that big of a deal. And then you can break out the middle. This is the best way, by the way, to decommission one of these. Okay, and then you can break all these blocks and break everything else. That way you don't have any spills, especially if that's like something you don't want to happen. You don't have to have that happen. So we will start to just kind of take care of this thing. I know, dude. Taking it all out, man. Taking it all out. We're going to pick these bad boys up. That's who could be our receptionists. Hey, yo, actually, that's a pretty decent idea here. So these guys can be our reception. Kind of makes sense a little bit. We'll go ahead and, no. Place him down. There you go. He's in a bubble because he needs oxygen or something. I think the other one was Sky Dust. Okay, we'll place you down as well. Welcome to the new incorporation building. How can I help you? Yeah, I'd like 10 cheeseburgers, 20 hot dogs, and 45 buckets of Oreos, please. Oh, coming right up, sir. What else would you like to... What would you like to drink? I'd like a gallon of corn syrup, a gallon of coffee creamer, and a gallon of the strongest black coffee you have. I will combine them to make an American super juice, causing me to emit bald eagles and testosterone with every step. Oh, you heard that right. So we will have to kill all of these chickens because otherwise they just, like, will stay there forever. So I'm going to leave them for right now. I'm also going to leave a little bit of this stuff because we're not going to be able to hold all of it. Wherever you break something, by the way, it actually goes to that block, which is super helpful. That's something that Scout coded in. So especially, do we want to make a chest? Chest room? Like a chest warp? Well, duh. Yeah. IS set warp. This will be our last one that we have, though, right? No, we don't have... Hold on. How much does it cost for more warps? Bruh, we don't have enough. It's okay. We'll put glass over here. And then, of course, iron is just going to go straight into here. Okay. These are like process stones, so I'll put those in there. But now we have everything like mud and cobblestone. I think it's actually perfect. Yeah, mud and the cobblestone. So we actually have like the perfect storage like rows for like what all the filler blocks are. I like that a lot. Okay. Well, I figured I would just show you like the decommissioning of this. The rest of it is just going to be like breaking blocks and picking them up. Like we don't really need all of these here now. Or this or that. Bruh. Only had like a couple furnaces this whole time, if you can believe it. Oh, there might be a lot of stuff in here actually. Do we even have enough to hold this? If we made it into coal blocks, then yeah. Okay, now we can hold it all. Cool. And we can pick up our red bed. Red bed redemption. That's what I think of every time I say red bed. I don't know why. I guess because, to be honest with you, it's somewhat close. I don't know. Let me organize. I do think that our bed needs to be in the executive room. But it feels weird just to have one. I doubt there's any more beds in the auction house. No, I don't think there are any. Well, we'll have just one for now, okay? It's kind of a prison cell. Like a princess trapped in the tower up here, man. Except not a princess, and it's kind of a tower, so I don't know. Alright, well, making good progress. I hate to bore you guys with, like, chest organization, right? But I am making good progress. A lot of this is super quick and easy now, especially since I have, like, the locations of everything. Only difficult part is not having a warp up there, but we'll get 5,000 sky dust before the next episode. And also, I'll never have to do this enchanting again. Or sorry, not enchanting. I was thinking about the enchanting chest. We'll never have to do this organization again, so it's not like we're going to need to go in and out and in and out and in and out 100 times. So, not a big deal. So far, though, organizing everything has been pretty good. I might just put the home sweet home right there, even though it's not really a home sweet home in the same way you'd think. Actually, let's take that out of there, man. That's kind of scary. So you're giving me a bad vibe. We'll put our like special items in there or something like that. I want to keep those with me. But like things like this, like I don't really know how often we'll end up using them anyways. So just kind of throw them in there, like an arrow, right? Like what am I gonna do with an arrow? Chicken egg, the same thing. Like they don't spawn chickens. I don't really care. This is a clash resource, and then everything else is like fairly self-explanatory, right? That was like some new stuff I didn't exactly have a spot for quite yet. I do want to organize that and all the rest of my PVs in a moment. But for now, a lot of this stuff, like I said, it's just kind of autopilot at this point. So I'll just do this. I'll literally run ISGO. I'll run down here. Pick up the stuff that's on the ground if there is any. And then determine if I can break another chest. Now, like I said, I could break like a lot, but there's just no point. Just kind of wait. Everything comes when it comes. So I'm going to finish this, and then we'll see what it looks like, because we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. And that's all she wrote, guys. That's the rest of it. Again, we'll leave this here for a little bit. We will have like our spawners in our house, because there's a bunch of floors for that. But I'll have to take care of that stack of them first. Now, honestly, what I can do is I can pick up all these spawners, and then I want to make it where they can't be pushed off the edge, because then it'll go down to my sugarcane farm. I don't want to deal with that. So that'll be down there for a little bit. We got a few visitors here checking it out. I think, you know, it's starting to leak out. The Neo Corporation is kind of open for business in a way. Not like fully open, of course, but we are here. We are here. Again, I don't really know exactly how I want my spawners to be. For now, I'm just going to like put them down here just so I kind of know that's where I want my spawners. And yeah, I would say, oh, I guess the last thing that I kind of just totally forgot about till now is I want to organize my PV1. A lot of this stuff was in here for when I was mining. I'm going to do it IS, or IS private, because I want to make sure I get to focus. Okay, we'll put in the pickaxes in here. Okay, pet eggs. We can just make a chest for them, right? So we can just start putting pet eggs into there. This is armor, which I did have kind of a chest of like tools, armor, stuff like that. Summoning charges. I want to keep those with me, but I kind of want them in a better spot. Maybe in like here. I think that's where I was putting the rest of them anyways. Enchanted enhanced lapis. That's where I'll go ahead and put it in the rare thing, but that's where we're going to want to put. We don't need glass bottles. Potions of speed. Those are things I want to keep up in here for sure. Like this stuff is the only ones I don't really know where to put it. Put it in here. And then in here. So the rest of them are pretty organized. Oh, this page button is so nice. Except this one is a little confusing. There's an enchant there. These are like all of our resources for just fighting in general. Or no, sorry, not fighting, bro. I can't speak. These are our resources to make potions from dungeons, okay? This was the one where I just went crazy because I was like in a mood. I was like, bro, I don't want to deal with my inventory right now. Everybody has those moments. It's okay. No shame in that. Do I have anything else like in some... Oh, okay. I put a bunch of buckets in here as well. I recognize. I don't know where to put this stuff. I guess we'll just make it like a chest for it. We'll put ice in here since we had a bunch of ice. Frog lights in here. And then everything else I can find a spot for. Like this is an alive material. I guess dyes will go over here. Black concrete, since we bought a good bit of it. We'll find a use for it. I think the road out front, actually. And then obviously glass will go into here. Now this stuff, 2 glass bottles. I'm going to throw them over there. Like I said, we don't want them. They were just on the ground kind of bugging me a little bit. Where's smooth stone right here? Yes, sir. Andesite. Tough. Buttons. Okay. Now all of my PVs are organized. All of my chests are organized. All of my PVs are organized. All of my chests are organized. I am a happy, happy camper. There's nothing you could do to make me sad now. So what am I going to do between this episode and next? I'm going to do a whole lot. Sorry if I made it. If you were the person here, you weren't like annoying me or anything. I just like I had to focus for like a moment and make sure I got everything done. Oh, I did forget the one thing I wanted to do. Do I actually want to do that? I actually have a cooler idea. Sorry, a more cool idea. I don't know the proper term. I think it's more cool. Cooler? More cool. Cooler, more cool. I don't know, bro. So we'll break these and put iron blocks here just to make it look fancy. Necessary? Well, duh, no, of course not, but it looks cool. Why else do you do things in a video game? Because they look cool, man. You don't need to put these here either. Nice. Okay, so now we have a nice, like, corporate-looking, fancy-looking, I guess you could argue, ore generator. So, everyone, visit the Neocubist and say goodbye to the episode today. And the secret code for today's episode is going to be 9783. So put that down in the comments below if you want to show me that you watched the entirety of today's video. Again, secret code is 9783. I want to see people. Oh, I wanted to get into the lobby so they could hang out with me. We're working behind the front desk here. Yes, behind the front desk. Yes. Okay, you check in. You got to check in. No, you got to check in. You must check in. No, you must check in. Off the table. Come on, man. What are they doing? Off the table. They got to check in. Look at them. What are you doing behind? You don't work here. Get out of here. You got to check in. Get off the table. Bro, no one wants to listen to me. All right. Well, as you can see, we are now a part of the corporation. You are now all employees of my corporation. Ha 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 ha. Are you chickens like that? Because, bruh. Wait, leaving them like what? What do you mean like that? What do you mean like that? Oh, they're fine. Yeah, I thought they meant they could like knock them out. Now they're all employees. Look at all of them. Now you must mine for 10 hours. Yes, all of you. You must mine for 10 hours. Okay, so we'll do IS warp. Come check out the top floor. The executive floor. Only accessible by me. Salary is 1 CC per year. So no one else can get up here. We're in the executive floor. So if we want to be safe, we just hang out up here. This is the executive floor. No one is allowed up here but me. Unless I break a hole in the floor. Well, anyways, thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.